Here we go. JunkGuysdfw.net, guys. It's me, Ricardo, here in the great city of Fort Worth, Texas, at the headquarters. Don't forget, on February 10th, I got the free webinar, the Facebook private group webinar, where I'll be talking about how to start a junk removal business, how to help entrepreneurs start in this business. I'm just turning down the music, right, guys? So if you're not a part of the Facebook group webinar, be a part of it. Go ahead and direct message me. Hit me up on my email account, junkguysdfw@gmail.com, and be a part of the first ever Junk Guys Facebook free group webinar. Also, we're also thinking right now, I've got together with some marketing team to honestly start a summit, the 2022 summit coming in September. So if you're interested in that, let me know also. That it will be down in my headquarters in Dallas, Texas. We're going to bring all the companies like we did in 2018 and 2019 and even 2021 when we had the mini summit with local companies. But right now, let's get started with this video, guys. The headline of this video is, will cable network TV shows make you famous? Do they even help your business? I'm sorry to say that I've been on some of these shows before. If you've never seen me on any of these shows, I have been. So first, I want to thank everybody that's going to come on to the live feed right now. Really appreciate for spending your Sunday with me. I've got my live feed somewhere around here. Where is it? Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. So if you're going to stay on this city-to-city junk removal, what's up, man? You're the first one? I think you're the... Oh, no, I got some people in the Facebook group. Never mind. My bad, brother. Not my bad. Anyway, guys, I just want to do this. Will hoarding network TV shows, can they help your business and make you famous? That's what we're going to talk about today. If you've ever seen the TV show TLC, Buried Alive, it's actually a documentary for human behavior, kind of compulsive hoarding. The show, what it does is follows hoarding through the life of people and experiences. Honestly, it's how to manage their illness. As I'm learning this, and I was on the show twice. I've been on the Hoarding TLC show twice, the documentary, and I noticed that this isn't because they're just hoarders. It's because they have actual problems. You'll learn that later on. I want to talk about my experience on the TV show. Late 2012. Now, you got to realize I had started my business in 2010, okay? And I was new to this junk removal business. I didn't know much about how to even run a junk removal business. I knew that I could pick up trash. I knew that, and I knew I had a truck or a van, and I was about to get a trailer. It was one of those things that they call you, they pick up the phone, they call you. They're looking for a junk removal service in Houston. I happen to have Junk Guys Houston. They've been around with me for about 10 years. So late 2012, the TV show TLC, they contacted me and they asked me, hey, would you like to be on our show, Hoarding Buried Alive? And I said, yeah, I've seen your show. I like it. I'd love to be on it. I was looking forward to a lot of things on the show. I was looking for experience. I was looking for, TV exposure, of course, and just kind of, the reality of being famous on TV. So that was one of the things. And plus, I was a young company, so I really didn't know what to expect. You know what I mean? I really didn't know what was I going to go through. How was it going to work? Do they hit me up with cues? Or, it was something that was new to me. It was new to business for me. But I did think of good ideas. I thought, man, I'm going to get free marketing out of this. This will be great advertising for my business. I'll walk around. People recognize me. It's going to be really, really cool for my business. Junk Guys will be a national brand because, they'll see me on the show. That's, this is the things I'm going to... And plus, we get the accounts together. So at that time, I had, of course, 2 locations in Houston. I had 2 locations in Fort Worth. I still have them till this day. We got those guys together to come with me. So I got Junk Guys North Texas. I got Junk Guys Dallas, which is me. And we got together. We drove all the way to Houston. Oh, I'm sorry. They filmed this in Houston, by the way. I got the 2 Houston accounts. They met up. Jose and Mark, they got together. They met up with us down there. And we decided to go in this. Now, I want to tell you, I had just bought my Texas Pride from Madisonville, Texas. My Texas Pride dumpster trailer, so it was brand spanking new, okay? It was brand spanking new, and it was really cool to drive it down there. I had my F-350 7.3. We drove it down there, and we got down there, and then that's when we got to the reality of what this show actually does. Okay? I want to tell you it was overwhelming. If you're here and you want to chime in really quick, guys, go ahead in the chat room right there. Just say hi, City to City Junk Removal. What's up again, guys? I notice there's some people in the room, so if you don't mind, go ahead and say hello. So let's talk about what really happened, the reality of doing a network TV show like this, a cable TV show. It was overwhelming. It was awful. Honestly, it was awful. It was. When you get there, you start realizing, and you see the trash inside the house, you start realizing that people, this is the disease. This is not a hoarder. This is not someone that's messy. And really fast, you realize this person is not a messy person. This person is not a person who keeps herself clean. You know, this is a disease. This is something that mentally and emotionally messes with you in your mind and tells you to hoard stuff. It's a disease, and there has to be psychologists there to help these people out. And there was actually a doctor on site. There was a therapist there helping out this lady. I remember going to the front door, and when I opened the door, we couldn't open it. And that's when I knew there was going to be some conflict. So I show up with a team of like 6 guys, by the way. We're all Junk Guys. We got brand new t-shirts. We got a brand new truck. And just opening the door and that smell, prying the door open and everything falling down on us, it was crazy. It was really crazy. We had 2 dump trucks there, 2 dumpster trailers. Both Houston's. Dumpster trailer was there, and then I had brought mine because they have the same one. We bought it at the same place. Hey, Anthony Lopez, what's up, brother? We overwhelmed. It was overwhelmed. Exhausting. You know, I'm trying to get the words in. I want you to imagine the smell, how bad it is when you walk into this home, and that smell comes to you of, it's death. It's like, it's not death. It's like sewer. It's sewer. It's overwhelming. It's the smell of paper, the smell of roaches, the smell of rodents. It was awful. It was awful. And they have cameras. These guys have cameras. Now, I didn't have my YouTube channel. I did have my YouTube channel, but I wasn't filming. For some reason, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to film nothing like this. But just imagine that. These cameras are hot. They're on you, and they're like all over you, right? And TLC has like 3 cameramen. They got directors, and they got a boom mic and stuff. And they're having a boom mic, and they put a thing through you so you're sweating. They put a wire through your shirt. It comes through the top, and then you have to wear it. And they had one on me because I was the owner, of course. So they're all over you. And they want to know things. You're sweating. Oh God, the sweat comes down your face, right? And when it's coming down your sweat, it's dirty sweat. So put it that way. So I want to talk about some of the things that were just not great for the business. First of all, it came out very costly. I was dumping at a high rate. We dumped about maybe 15, 16 times, 2 trailers, so 8 times each trailer, and they were going to the Houston dump. And the Houston dump's a very expensive Houston dump. I think it was costing me like $85. So imagine how much money I was spending. I had 6 employees. 2 of them were in there for free. One of them was my brother. I had to give him $100. So I'm spending about, and we were there for 2 days, so I'm spending about $400 a day just in employees. And my business was new. I wasn't making a lot of money. And not only that, but I'm spending money on dump fees, about $1,000 in 2 days in dump fees. I must have spent $1,000 the first day, and the second day like $800. It was exhausting, expensive, employee pay, dumping, paying, cost, this whole thing. I'm going to tell you why you always see 1-800-JUNK, and this is why I started realizing when I was there. You know why you see 1-800-JUNK there at doing these hoarder shows all the time on TLC or Hoarders Buried Alive on A&E and stuff? It's because they can afford to take a loss. I couldn't afford to take a loss at the time. I wanted to make some kind of net income. Any kind of revenue would have been great, and I didn't make anything. I lost money on this deal. Here's another thing. It was harmful contaminants. It was hazardous. I mean, there was rats and mice and rodents and small roaches and zoo roaches. It it was a bad experience. Being on TV was one of the worst experiences ever for my business, and it was not good. I got no advertising off of it. I got no marketing on, nothing on. Nobody recognized me. So I want to tell a quick story really fast. I remember the show aired a year later. So we filmed it in late 2012, and then it aired in March of 2013. It was a year. A year went by. I remember March 2012 we filmed. That's when we filmed. I'm sorry. We filmed in March 2012, and it aired 2013, almost a year later, like in February. And I'm going to tell you something. When the show aired, it airs like 10 million households in America, okay? Nobody recognized me. I went driving. I'm going to say that. That's right. I didn't mention the episode. It's episode 4. It's on TLC Buried Alive, right? And I have a clip of it. It's called A Bomb Went Off. It's the heading. So it's called A Bomb Went Off. It's episode 4. Season 4. I don't know what episode it is, but it's called A Bomb Went Off Season 4, okay? And it was not as good as y'all think it is, okay? So here's the story I want to tell you. So the episode had been airing for about a year. It was about 2014, and nobody's ever recognized me from the show. It was very, very weird that anybody recognized me from the show. Honestly, I was really disappointed because I was thinking I was going to get famous off the show, or people were going to recognize me. Hey, you're the TLC guy. I saw you on Hoarders and stuff. No, it never happened like that. So since the show aired in 2013, I got, till today, to 2022, 2013, 2022, I've been recognized 3 times from the show, and twice happened in 1 year, and then it happened about 2 years ago I got recognized again. I'm in Louisiana, okay? This is a separate story. I'm in Louisiana. I'm in a gator boat tour with my sons, okay? So I'm in this boat tour with my sons. This is a great story. And I'm riding along, and they're showing us gators in Louisiana. They come up to the boats and stuff, and this black guy across from me keeps on looking at me. He's eyeballing me hard. Now, the show has aired. This is about 2 years later. And he eyeballed me. He goes, "Hey, man." And I say, this is what I tell him. I said, "May I help you, sir?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, I know who you are." I said, "Well, I'm sorry. I don't know who you are." He goes, "You're Ricardo from the Junk Guys. I saw you on Hoarding TV show episode 4 or season 4, man. You were awesome, bro. You're famous. Can I take a picture with you?" I'm like, "Sure, I guess, yeah." I'm surprised that this dude, I'm on vacation, and this guy recognizes me. Can you believe that? He recognizes me. I couldn't believe it. And he goes, "Can I take a picture?" He goes, "Hey, man, this is my boy right here, Ricardo." He starts telling everybody in the boat, and there's like 25 people. There's a big boat in the boat, and they're like, "Hey, he's famous, man. He's on TLC. He's a hoarder, man. I've seen him on 2 episodes." And it's true. I did film 2 episodes that year. I was on the show twice that year. And he puts his arm around me. He takes a selfie. His wife comes over. Then here's what happens. He pulls it out on his phone. He starts showing it to me. Look, it's on him. And he had the episode on his phone. So he starts showing it to people. Oh, so now I'm taking a pictures with everybody on the boat. And I'm famous. And I felt famous at that moment with 30 people on a boat in Louisiana doing a gator tour. That's as famous as I ever got. On a gator tour in Louisiana. On vacation with my kids. My kids thought I was godly at the time too. So I took that, that was it. I'm going to show a video of the episode. I do have it. Here it is. And there's something funny that I had to do to get more TV time. And you're going to see it right here. Oops, the wrong one. I hope you enjoy it. It's right here. Enjoy the episode. Here we go.
Back in Texas, Faye is finally starting to confront the compulsions that have created an unlivable environment inside her home.
So that was my new dumpster trailer.
This is not good for me. This is not good. So we're going to get it cleaned up.
Under the closer...
So I want to tell you something about my dumpster really fast, okay? That dumpster that you just saw, this guy was the owner of JunkGuys Austin at the time. He actually got injured and he's not working with us anymore, so we got someone else out there. But I want to tell you something really fast. That dumpster is brand new. Oh, that's the other episode. I jumped too
Under
far.
the close supervision.
Oh, let me get it. Okay. I had just bought this dumpster rig right here, and I'm going to pause it right when it comes up.
Faye is finally starting to confront the compulsion.
So that is brand new. It is brand new. It had no mileage or anything on it. The first trip I ever took was like to Houston. I had just bought it, $25K. I think I talked about it in my other videos. It's a 11-yard dumpster. It had 5 dumpster on it. It was expensive. I'm gonna let this video roll and then I'll just talk during it.
That have created an unlivable environment inside her home.
This is not good for me.
She's the homeowner.
This is not good.
Hard to work with.
So we're gonna get it.
Check it out, man. Brand new equipment.
Under the close supervision of Dr. Julie Pike and professional organizer Janine Godwin, Faye is about to embark on a massive clean out of her house.
You know, I want to say something else. There I am right there. I'm a lot skinnier. I was slimmer then, but it is what it is, right? You know, it's 10 years ago. It's 10 years ago almost. There's a psychologist, there's a therapist, and a doctor on site in case this lady decides to kill herself or shoot her, whatever, man. She wasn't going to do that, but like hyperventilate or something.
Guys, thank you for coming. Guys, thank you for coming. And I want you to remember that we're here to support and encourage.
There I am. Look how much bigger I am than those ladies.
To help, not to push her. That's going to be up to Janine and I. So thank you. Let's go. Let's do it.
While the team gets started with the heavy lifting, Faye, accompanied by her best friend Marjorie, watches from the sidelines.
On hallway day, I was very confident that my mom was going to throw away stuff. Because I think she sees the seriousness in my eyes, that this is it. This is the last chance, and you're going to make...
By the way, we haven't entered the house. I want to make that clear really fast. I know you want me to play the video. I have not entered the house yet. We had to clear up the front of the house to go in the house. This is how bad the house is. I want to make that clear. We're not in the house yet. We're actually picking up the trash in the patio so we can walk and open the door. She had been barricaded inside the door.
Make it right, or it's not going to be very good consequences.
She was a sweetheart.
And that's trash. You just took that.
That is?
Oh, hell, I didn't know that.
That's my brother.
Less than an hour in, the team has already filled the dumpster. But things take an unpleasant turn when an unexpected house guest puts a sudden halt to the cleanup efforts.
Look, give us back. Where's that? Do it under bed. Concrete.
There's a rat.
Okay, I want to explain something to you. I'm scared of rats. I'm not scared. I caught that rat with my bare hands, and I want to explain something to you. I'm taking it for the team. This episode's not going that great. I could tell, and look, I was noticing that we're overwhelmed. This is boring. The show's not that great. So I'm thinking this way in my head. I see a mouse. I make a big deal out of it. Mouse, mouse, mouse. I scream. The camera crews come running. They were inside. They come running outside, and they set up the camera so fast. That lighting in the background, they set that thing up. And they're like, we got to get this because this episode is boring. The lady was boring. I was boring. My crew was boring. There was nothing exciting. So this is going to be the show, by the way. And I want to explain that to you because, man, I'm telling you, the show wasn't going that great yet, okay? So I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Let me open this up so you can see that I've caught that rat bare-handed. It's a mouse. It's a rat. It's a rat. So there it is right there. I'm telling you, when I went to go catch this bad boy, I was scared. I don't know if this thing's going to run up my hand, run up my leg or something. I was petrified. But you know what? A man got to do what a man got to do when the episode's going down, right? I caught it. And here we go, guys. It was bad. It was bad.
We saw the rat running around. I guess it was a mouse. To me, it's a rat. And I went down there and I tried chasing around, and I grabbed it with one hand, and you could see it kind of attacked my finger.
Look at that dude. Look at that hunk, huh? What a hunk. Anyway. I was on the TV show Hoarders. Of course, the TV show goes on for a while. I don't really exactly remember much of it. We were really good on camera. The TV show liked us. I'm going to let it run for a little. So here's what happened. The TV show ended up liking us, okay? They thought we were really funny. We were amusing. We did some crazy stuff during the show. There was a few more incidents that happened. Most of the stuff doesn't get aired. They invited us one more time to Houston. We did another show. It aired another year later. And, you know, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't profitable to us. There was no revenue from this. It was not a really great advertising or marketing like I thought it would be, okay? So it just didn't go good for us at all. I want to tell you, being on a TV show on network TV is not something that you want to waste money on, spend money on to be on, okay? It was not something that was really great for us, okay? So I just want to make that clear now. I'm gonna stop this video because I have another video. So I have been on a few TV shows, okay? A lot of people don't know this about me, but I owned a tour company also that we ended up closing down. We got in some kind of tiff with the city. And anyway, I'm not allowed to talk about it. So anyway, I was on a Netflix show, okay? I joined a bit late. Did they pay you for? Oh, that's a great question. They did pay me for the job. They gave me a whopping $400. That's what they were paying 1-800, so they just matched 1-800 deal. And I asked them about that, Joseph. Great question. I asked them, I want to get paid as much as 1-800. I'm thinking $4,000, $14,000. So they go, well, I'll send you over their contract. They send me 1-800-JUNK's contract. It's $400. What a bad deal for me. I signed the same deal. I mean, I wanted to be on TV because I'm going to get TLC famous. Ain't nobody getting famous off TLC, I'm going to tell you. It just did. Yeah, oh, hell no. Thanks for telling me now, Joseph. Maybe you should have been my contract, my negotiator over there, you know, my agent for it. Yeah, it worked out like that, brother. So anyway, I owned a tour company about 6 years ago. We were very successful. The city of Dallas ran us off. There was some lawsuit that happened, and we had to end up closing. We ended up losing the lawsuit against the state. It doesn't matter. I don't have the business anymore. We ended up selling that off, okay? Anyway, this tour company was a great thing. We did tours of the assassination of John F. Kennedy. I owned the junk removal service, and in the background, I was doing this tour company with my ex-girlfriend at the time. It was like 7 years, so we ran this business together. So I'm going to show you a clip for that now. We'll tell you that Ricardo had changed about 8 years later to this Ricardo, and this Ricardo had gained a lot of weight. This is called Dark Tourist. It is on Netflix. I want to tell you that, okay? It's called Dark Tourist on Netflix. And it's the USA version of it. So like I said, you're going to see me on TV. I was on Netflix also. Okay, they did a whole episode on me, and here it is. Oops.
A slightly shadier side of town to meet Ricardo, who's known for his speedier tours, probably helped by the fact he tells the official much shorter.
Those are my tour buses and my tour cars.
I wonder what his take on the story
and that Ricardo ate the other Ricardo.
Kennedy standing here is that we actually put him here for a reason. So you can come up and take a selfie. There's the Lincoln Continental. We got the cruisers, and then we have the buses.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Does Robin keep his... What's Robin's car doing here?
Yeah, his car. We store it here. We take care of it here.
Right.
Something happens, you know, we need it cleaned up.
I thought he was the competition.
No, definitely not. No, he's a good friend.
There's a junk removal truck in the background if you can see it.
He has a totally different operation than we do, yeah. We grab his 6-hour tour and we break it down to about 15 minutes.
So it's not like Robin's 7-hour.
No, that's an expedition, brother. But the cool thing about the bus is that this is the new VR tour that we have.
VR?
What?
Virtual reality.
You got it, brother. You got it.
You're moving into VR. It's such an unusual way to show off the city as well, because I mean, this is all about someone's assassination.
Well, I do find it strange. Sometimes I'm thinking, man, I'm making money off the assassination of Kennedy, you know?
We made a lot of money.
Also historically given a story.
Ricardo's keeping the story alive with new technology. but I wonder if it might be getting in the way of the facts.
You'll every once in a while you'll get a person that thinks it's kind of tacky, but that's 1 in a million.
And I mean, if it's not you doing it, someone else will come in and fill their spot.
And fill that spot probably.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to do a VR.
No one's pushing it this far.
No, nobody's pushing it this far. No.
I'm fascinated by all the different ways he's cashing in on the killing. Today, he wants to shoot a new VR scene involving Lee Harvey Oswald. He was the man the official inquiry says pulled the trigger, and afterwards fled to this suburban boarding house.
All right.
Pat grew up here and actually met.
All right, so that's it. So they did a whole TV show on me on Netflix also. As you could tell, I had gained some weight at that time. I was weighing about 295 at that time. I'm down at 242 right now, 245 right now. The lowest I ever got was like 225 pounds. You want to know how I lost weight? I started dancing, salsa dancing. Yeah, I salsa dance. So I want to talk to you about Netflix. Netflix was a bit different than the hoarding show. Netflix is Netflix. I've been recognized a lot more at a Netflix. People ask me, till this day, I closed the tour company up down 3 years ago. People still recognize me from that episode on Netflix. It was called Dark Tourist. It's a TV show on Netflix. They did a whole 30-minute thing on me. Now, something good came out of this still. I did get paid for that. I got paid about $1,500 for that show. But here's what happened with this thing. It was really, really funny. Now, does anybody have questions about that? If you have any questions about the Netflix show, I got paid $1,500. Off that, I got $400. So it was two different beasts, of course, okay? This was helping my tour company, and this was helping my, hoarding my junk removal company. I will tell you that both these companies, both the Netflix show and TLC, found me off my YouTube channel. I will tell you, they thought I had a lot of pizzazz. They thought I was funny. I was doing funny videos at the time. So that's how they found me. Now, I want to tell you one thing, okay? Something good came out of the Netflix show. Netflix actually, about 2 or 3 months later, contacted me. After the show aired, contacted me and flew me down to New York City to do a rehearsal. And I was like, what's going on? I really honestly didn't really care to get any kind of job or anything out of it. They flew me down and they wanted me to rehearse to be a talk show host for this one show they were doing. And they did air it, but they aired it in Mexico, okay? But they aired it in English with an English guy in Mexico. So he talked like this very much. Cheerio, welcome to the... So they gave me a line. I don't remember the line, but I came in there all Texan, you know what I mean? And they liked the fact that I was from Dallas. They liked the fact that I was from Texas. They flew me down, put me at the Waldorf Astoria in New York City. And then the next day, I'm like doing a rehearsal, and it took like 15 minutes, and then they flew my ass back home. I remember what happened. I went in, I sat down, and there was like, they put you in the hot seat. Like, I'm sitting down here, and there's a director, there's a casting guy, an editor guy, and they were just sitting there. And they go, okay, Ricardo, will you repeat this line for me? And the line was really, really simple. I knocked it out 3 times out of the park. They gave me the line one time, and I did not stutter and mess up. It was like, hi, this is Ricardo, and we're in the caverns down underground in New York City, where I'm going to take you on a tour of the underground city of New York. That was it. It was something like that, And then they said, okay, we want you to switch. And they stopped me and they said, that was great, Ricardo. We want you to switch it and say you're in London. And I'm like, okay, I've never been to London, so I'll give it a shot. So I said, I remember the line was like, hey guys, it's Ricardo. Today I'm going to show you the caverns deep underground, the city of London. A lot of people don't see them like you will today. So join me as we follow you, as you follow me in this journey. And it was really good. I mean, I knocked it out of the park, man. I knocked them all 3. And they're like, you know what? We like this, man. Can you come back? We're going to keep you at the hotel for a few days. And I'm like, okay. And they sent me back. And they sent me an email. Hey, appreciate it. It came down to you and another guy. We picked this guy. And he actually took the show. To me, it didn't matter if I was on a network TV show or anything, but I gave it a shot. I mean, honestly, when they called me up, I didn't really want to go. I had no idea. I did not want to go. I was running a tour company. I was running a junk removal company. My plate was full. Now I'm rehearsing for a TV show. So that was a pretty cool experience. I did get something. I learned how to be better on TV. There was some stuff that came out of this on both shows. I was better on TV. I was how to handle an interview, how to negotiate a deal with the customer, that came a lot. And there was opportunities that came out of it. I guess the realization that I was going to get, that my small business was going to grow with the show, that just didn't ever happen. But getting the experience of being on TV was really, really cool. I mean, I had these cameras on me. On Netflix, I'm going to tell you something. On Netflix, oh my gosh. They must have filmed 2 days of all me for 2 days on me the whole time, just waiting for that one clip that they can use during the show. It was an experience that was exhausting. They filmed all night and all day. They had a camera. I mean, I didn't get to go home until like 2 a.m. in the morning. I had to be up by 6 o'clock in the morning warming up the vehicles and getting ready to go do the tour company, and they were going to film me. They filmed me so much. So the Dark Tourist Netflix show is a lot longer. I just showed you a small clip of it. But I will tell you, none of these two shows were very profitable for my business. I mean, they did a whole 30 minutes on Netflix of me. And people recognized me in the tour company. Yeah, people recognized me, but they didn't make me get rich. Nothing happened like that. And nothing came out of TLC. Not a thing. I mean, yeah, if you want to be famous in a Louisiana boat tour, gator tour, that's great. Go with him. But other than that, I did not get famous off the show. So I just want to do that. And I want to do this video just to tell y'all guys that thinking big like this is a great idea. Small businesses and entrepreneurs should think like this. 10 years ago, I was thinking, hey, I'm thinking big, man. TLC wants me. Netflix wants me. Let's do these shows. And I did do the shows. Just nothing came out of them. And I was really proactive about it. Shoot them emails. Hey, do you want me to do this? Anything more filming? No, nothing came out of it, guys. But I want to tell you, it was a great experience. I did learn something, not to get screwed over by TLC, $400. This was $1,500. I didn't spend any money on it. You know what I mean? I mean, we were doing tours all day. They were filming while I was doing the tour. So it wasn't a really big deal, you know what I mean? I didn't spend a lot of money to shoot the Netflix TV show. So with that, guys, I mean, I don't really have much more to say about being on TV, but being on network TV shows, cable TV shows such as TLC or Netflix, are not very profitable for a business, especially when you're just on it for one episode. Now, I will tell you that I was on 2 episodes of Hoarding, and they liked me so much because on the second episode, I faked threw up. I had to throw up to make the camera better. I threw up on the second episode on TLC, and that came out cool, and people wanted me to see me again. And honestly, it was just too expensive for me to be driving down to Houston. They wanted to film in Houston all the time, and I didn't want to go to the Woodlands. I didn't want to go to Lake Travis to film and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? Never mind. I just stopped avoiding their phone calls and their emails. Hey, Ricardo, we want to do another one. Will you come? I didn't even answer them after a while. I was just like, no thanks, but thanks. Netflix reached out to me again after the interview. I did another interview, didn't get that. I didn't mind it. Nothing off my back, man. It didn't matter to me. I love what I do in junk removal. I think it's a great thing to feed my family, to not live check to check. And as an entrepreneur and a business owner, you need to realize when it is that you can move forward with your business instead of doing other side gigs like this. Okay, guys? If you have any questions about any of the 2 shows that I was on, you're welcome to hit me with the message. Go ahead, message me, and I'll try to answer it as best I can. I do want to say one thing. The reason I'm doing this video, here's what's really funny. The reason I'm doing this video is I'm sitting at the gym. I was at the gym earlier this morning, Sunday morning, and someone sends me a picture on their phone that they took with their phone of that episode of me being on the show, and said, hey, I didn't know you were on the Hoarding show. And I'm like, yeah, it's airing this morning. So that show actually aired this morning on the TLC network. It was they took a snapshot and sent it to me. That was pretty funny, you know. So other than that, that's Nick Calabrese asked a great question. He says, do you have a video of you actually throwing up from a hoarder house on the channel? Yes, I do. I don't have it with me, Nick. I don't have it up, but I was on another TV show. I don't know what the episode is. I didn't really, you know what, Nick? I didn't make no money on it, so I really don't care. But on if you watch this, if you have TLC, put it this way, if you have TLC and you see those yellow shirts and you see my dumpster, I'm on it. If it's not this episode, it's another episode that I was on in Houston again. And you see me, I'm going to throw up. Watch the show, I throw up. It's really good. I mean, I went all out. I went all out in the throw up. I was like, you know, just barfing and stuff too. Make the TV episode a lot better. It wasn't going this good. These are all, usually these shows aren't about the moving company or the hoarding, the junk removal company. It's more about the psychological evaluation of the homeowner and her problems. Okay, so if you got any more questions, that was a great question actually. I'd welcome to answer them, guys. I mean, this is what I'm here for, you know. I know it's tough on a Sunday to get viewers on my channel, but whenever I get somebody to send me a picture of an episode that I was on and they text it to me, it was pretty funny to see it this morning. I've had it a couple of times, people do that to me that are in the junk removal business. Oh, hey, I know you, Ricardo, I saw you, but you know, they're junk removal companies, so they're gonna recognize me. Anyway, guys, I appreciate everything. I want to mention one more thing. If a question comes up on the chat, I will answer it. February the 10th, do not forget February the 10th is the Facebook private group webinar. I am launching a series of 3 of these webinars to help businesses organically rank, new businesses, even businesses, junk removal owners that are in the business and have been in it for years, 2, 1 year, 7 months, 8 months. People who are right now paying for leads, people who are paying for Google ads. This is an entrepreneurship chance to break free from that freedom, from that constraint of having to pay for ads, and listen to what I have to say about SEO, about marketing your business properly so you can rank higher, so you don't go do a $150 job and pay for $35 for the lead where it cuts in your margin 10 to 15 to 20%. This is going to help you. If you can take something from the webinar and accelerate that into your business, I'm going to tell you, this is a class for you. Spend the time on Thursday at 11 a.m. and join the free. It's free webinar, guys. I have a lot of information that I'll be giving out there. No, Nick, I'm not pursuing my acting career. I think my acting career is on my YouTube channel. So Nick Calabrese, a great question again. He asked, so are you pursuing your acting career? I did for a couple of months, and that was really it. I really didn't, Nick, to be honest with you, I never saw past, you know, a month past the road. So I was doing the interview, and I remember they flew me out like November. I didn't look to December. Hey, I might get paid. No, I was just like, I'm going to November. I'm getting a free vacation, you know, stuff like that. I didn't really think about that at all. I was just like, you know, hey, free trip, free food. I will tell you, they kept me at the Waldorf Astoria, which is a 5-star hotel, and they gave me an unlimited amount of budget for food. Me and my ex, we ate like dogs that day. Man, we ate like crazy. I ordered breakfast, lunch, dinner, appetizers, pre-dinner, post-dinner, after dinner, midnight dinner. Dude, I must have ran about $800 worth of food. And you know, the pancakes aren't like $14, they're like $34. So there you go. I did run up a tab for that interview. Anyway, I did not... Oh, I'm going back to the webinar. So if you get a chance, guys, if you're interested in the webinar, you have to DM me, direct message me on Facebook. Ask to be a part of it. I will accept you. I will put you in the Facebook group. Or go ahead and email me at junkguysdfw@gmail.com if you want to know about how to grow your business faster. Now, I know a lot of y'all. I'm going to tell you something. I know a lot of y'all have great junk removal business, like city to city junk removal. Anthony Lopez has a successful junk removal business. These are people that I know that are always on my channel. I'm going to tell you, okay? y'all know how to run business. If you're paying for ads, you're doing it wrong. Stop paying for leads. I'm going to show you some techniques that you can do to stop paying for leads and break free from that constraint of these big companies such as Thumbtack, Angie's List, Home Advisor, Google AdWords. I want to show you some techniques that you can do to enhance your website, to enhance your YouTube channel, to enhance your Google My Business account, that you can eventually not have to do that and just organically survive and have your business phone ringing like mine does, okay? I do want to express that in 12 years that I've been in business, I spent zero amount on Google AdWords, leads, Home Advisor, all that good stuff, zero. I've never paid them. I've always stayed organically. For some reason, I never knew any better, so that's pretty funny. Andrew Thompson says, my return to millionaire. Hey, Ricardo. That's funny. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video. I'm going to go get my haircut. I'm going to go get that line right here so I can look all young. I'm going to go get my haircut right now. I appreciate everybody staying tuned. Please be a part of the webinar. So I have a lot of people. The webinar is on. Yes, Nick, the webinar will be on Facebook. Yes, it will. It's going to be great. Let me show you a flyer of it. I have a flyer somewhere out here on my. Man, can I pull this thing up? You know, usually I have to prep for this stuff. But yeah, it's really going to be great. Let me see if I can find it really fast. Really fast. I'm just pulling up this. Oh boy, Facebook. Is this it? No, that's me. Picture, desktop picture. I don't know where it's at. Boy, I'm looking everywhere for this thing. Item, Mac, properties, time player, quick time player. Oh, there it is. And there it is, right there. So this is one of my flyers that I made for it right here. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's loud. Yeah, so that's one of the flyers for the webinar right there. It's kind of locked in right there. Huh? I made that myself, huh? I make all this stuff for myself. So, of course, there it is, the webinar. Oh, man. Let me play that again. That looks pretty cool, huh? I look really important stuff in that picture. Look at me, slim and stuff. Look at that. So there it is, guys. Go ahead and DM me. Tips and tricks in junk removal, starting a new junk removal service, new junk removal entrepreneurs, SEO techniques that work, just small things that will help people out, grow and accelerate the business that they're in right now. Okay, guys, so I'm going to leave you with that. There's the free webinar. I appreciate everybody staying tuned to my channel. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that. Very nice. Thank you. Don't forget, if you like these videos, subscribe to the right side. On the left side, check out my videos, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye, guys. Oops. Oh, what the hell?